1. The midnight motor explosion when your cat suddenly dashes around the house. It looks like pure chaos. You see a blur of fur, hear the thud of paws against the drywall, and perhaps witness your favorite rug being rearranged in a matter of seconds. But it's not just a random glitch in their programming. Those wild bursts aren't just about burning off extra kibble. They carry a hidden meaning that ties directly to your bond with them, a meaning most cat owners never fully realize. What are Zoomies? Really? Let's get the basics out of the way faster than the Zoomies themselves. While we affectionately call them the Zoomies, the scientific community uses a much more clinical, serious-sounding term, Phrenetic Random Activity Periods, or FRAPs, regardless of the name. These are defined as concentrated bursts of high energy. Every cat parent has seen it. Our fluffy friends transform into living cartoon characters, leaping, darting, and quite literally bouncing off the walls. In his book, The Cats Who Cried for Help, Dennis Mann describes FRAPs as spontaneous releases of pent-up energy that erupt in a sudden motor explosion. That phrase, sudden motor explosion, is the key. Despite how they seem, Zoomies are not random. They are a necessary biological release triggered by a specific internal or external stimulus. Part to the mental race cats versus dogs. It's worth noting that dogs experience Zoomies too. But there is a subtle, fascinating difference between the two species. Dogs often bounce around purely for the physical joy of movement. It's a full-body celebration. But with cats, it isn't just their bodies that are racing, it's their minds. For a cat, a Zoomies session is often the feline equivalent of a human going for a long walk to clear their head. They use this high-intensity movement to mentally process their environment and satisfy deep-seated psychological urges. To understand why their minds require this motor explosion, we have to zoom out and look at the last 2 million years of feline evolution. Part 3. The predator still inside them. The story of the Zoomies begins 2 million years ago on the African savanna with Felis iberica, the African wildcat. This ancestry is why your cat is a heat skier today. They still carry the blood of desert dwellers who thrived under the intense African sun. These ancestors were prone to what we now call Zoomies. But for them, it wasn't a goofy behavior. It was their primary survival strategy. To survive, they needed the capacity for explosive, random bursts of energy to either chase down agile prey or instantly flee from a larger predator. You can take the cat out of the savannah, slowly domesticating them over millennia into the pint-sized fluff balls that demand breakfast at 6 o'clock. But you cannot take the savannah out of the cat. A 2015 study in behavioral processes confirms that domestic cats display predatory behavior even when they are perfectly well fed. They are hardwired to follow a specific predatory sequence. Step 1. Stalk. Step 2. Chase. Step 3. Pounce. And Step 4. Kill. Because modern house cats rarely need to hunt for survival, the Zoomies serve as a vital offloading mechanism for the need to chase. The biological craving to hunt is the trigger. The Zoomies are the release. However, the system has a flaw in the wild. The chase ends with a pounce. This is why your cat might end a Zoomies session by attacking a toy, a shoe, or even your ankles. They are looking for that kill moment to complete the sequence and satisfy the ancient urge. Part for the 2 a.m. golden hour. Even if you don't see the Zoomies, you likely hear them, because they almost always happen at night. Most cats hit their peak FRAP energy between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock a.m. This is because cats are crepuscular, meaning they are naturally programmed to be most active during dawn and dusk. 2 million years ago, this was when their prey was most active. While 9,000 years of domestication might seem like a long time to us, in evolutionary terms, it's basically last Tuesday. No matter how many times you explain that you have an early meeting, your cat is still synced to the ancient rhythms of the savannah. They aren't trying to be annoying. They are simply answering a 2 million-year-old alarm clock. Part 5. The attachment angle. Why they stop near you. Zoomies can also be deeply personal. Have you noticed that the chaos often ends right next to you? Your cat might do 10 laps around the house on your blanket or right by your feet. According to a 2017 study in Current Biology, this is incredibly common. Despite their aloof reputation, cats form attachments to their humans that are as intense as those of human children to their parents. There is a theory that cats choose to put a full stop on their Zoomies next to you because you represent their safe zone. It's like a runner finishing a marathon and immediately heading home to their partner to recover. You are their emotional anchor. But while you are where the Zoomies stop, you might also accidentally be why they start. Part 6. How you accidentally trigger the chaos. Even the most well-meaning cat lover can act as a trigger for a Zoomies session. Pre-bedtime play. If you engage in rough housing or high-intensity play right before bed, you are winding the spring. Just because you decide play is over doesn't mean the cat's momentum has dissipated. The result is often a midnight sprinting session to burn off the leftover adrenaline. Environmental clutter. Cats are natural parkour stars. A study in applied animal behavior science notes that cats increase exploratory locomotion in enriched or cluttered environments. Laundry piles and boxes are essentially an agility course that begs to be zoomed through. Energy mirroring. Cats are highly observant. If you are moving quickly, stomping, or raising your voice, they perceive high energy in the room. They often absorb and match your vibe, making you the ignition key to their motor explosion. Part 7. When Zoomies are a red flag. Usually, Zoomies are healthy and fun. However, they can occasionally be a pivot towards something more serious. Cats are masters at masking illness and hiding vulnerability. As a cat parent, you must be watchful for when the Zoom becomes a cry for help. Here is a cheat sheet for when Zoomies might indicate an underlying issue. Post Zoomies licking. If the run is followed by frantic licking of a specific spot, it could signal skin allergies or irritation. The litter box bolt. Dashing away immediately after using the litter box can sometimes be a sign of discomfort or urinary tract pain. Vocalization. Aggression. If the Zoomies are paired with excessive meowing or uncharacteristic aggression, the trigger might be psychological stress rather than physical energy. Senior restlessness. In older cats, sudden Zoomies can actually be a sign of confusion or restlessness caused by feline cognitive dysfunction, dementia. In these cases, your cat's speed burst isn't play. It's a message that something is wrong. Conclusion. Decoding the speed. Understanding your cat's behavior is the first step to a deeper bond. Whether they are chasing ghosts at 3 o'clock or collapsing next to you after a savannah run, they are constantly communicating their history and their trust in you. I want to hear from you. What is the craziest thing your cat has ever done during a Zoomies session? Do they have a specific finish line where they always stop? Share your stories in the comments. I read every single one.